Welcome to the lab. This is the AI Fit Pro lab from the AI Fit Pro course. I created this LLM. Think of it as a chat GPT that has been trained on the fitness industry, how a fitness professional thinks, creates, and organizes. So everything that you've learned in the course is now done for you. And I'm super excited to show you guys this because you can use this as your LLM instead of a chat GPT. And it will have a bunch of different features that ChatGPT does not have. So we're going to enter the lab. We're going to say start free. So you don't have to sign up with an account or a credit card. You can just try it out for free to see if it's a good fit for you or just to browse around to see what I created. So I did create this on Replit. So you will see how to create apps in Replit later on in the modules. So I'm signing into the workspace. I'm going to continue with Google. And I'm going to sign up. Next. Okay. Entering the workspace. Okay, so I have already created this account. And so when you first sign up, it's going to prompt you to enter your business DNA just like you did through the course. It's the same exact 6 sections and questions. So there's 3 options that you can do when you sign up. You can either copy and paste the business DNA that you created in the course, so you don't have to walk through the questions again. You can go step by step and answer the questions again. Or you can just skip and come right into here and see your dashboard. I highly recommend you taking that business DNA that you've already created and pasting it, because if you don't, then your LLM, your AI Fit Pro lab will not have any information about your business. So this is the dashboard once you input that business DNA. So there's a couple features on this dashboard I want to point out. So you have 7 different agents. In the course, we created 6. I added a 7th, which is deep research, and that is just the deep research feature to if you wanted to use it to deep research a topic, just like they have in ChatGPT. So that is there for another agent, and that agent, whatever you are searching, will communicate to the other agents what you've researched, so it can refer back to statistics or whatever it is that you had researched in the deep research agent. So on the dashboard, if you want to start off, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go to your thinking partner. But let's just say you want to type in, say you're coming to your dashboard and you've already used it, and you want to say, what do you need help with today? I need to create a content calendar. So you can see as I write in the box, it's going to route me to the content creator. So it's actually going to go to whatever agent that will best fit my needs, which is a cool feature. So I'm going to actually just exit that out. Here are the 7 agents. I'm going to showcase what these tabs mean. So the agents, these are the list of agents, which we'll get into a second, but I want to showcase what the workspace is. So you have a prompt vault. This is the coolest feature because I have pumped it with hundreds of different prompts that I think would be useful specifically for fitness professionals and coaches. You can actually create your own prompt. So in the course, I taught you how to create a prompt by giving it the role, the context, the boundaries. So you can create your own prompt and write your prompt here to save it. And then you can select an agent underneath where you want to save it and then add tags or anything so you can search for it easily. But if you want to generate a prompt yourself without using the formula, it's actually going to create the formula for you with the prompt generator. So you just have to go through this step by step, just like you learn what role should the AI take, and then you'll go through step by step, 5 different steps to then output a prompt that you can then save or you can input into one of the agents. So that's a really cool feature because I created it so that you don't have to remember or create it from scratch. You can have the guidelines right there by answering the question and then getting your prompt at the end to copy and paste into the agents. Prompt packs. This is where I implemented some of my favorite prompts that I've included in the course and outside the course. The other tools that you're going to learn in the tech stack, I've implemented in here too. So, for example, and this might not make sense right now, but if you want to create an application in Replit, I have a template that you can use to code it for Replit. So it will actually automatically trigger to create an app in Replit if you use the word Replit, but it's also here in the template. That doesn't make sense. It will make sense later on when you learn how to create an application in Replit. Same thing for Notebook LM, which is another tech stack. So I put all of the tech stack tools to be integrated into this so you can use your LLM to create prompts to feed into the other techs tools so that you can prompt properly to create the best assets. And what I mean by that, so for Notebook LM, which you'll learn next, this is going to be a great template for you to create content and then translate it into what Notebook LM likes as the output or the input to create a good output for Notebook LM for whether it's a presentation or a workflow. It's going to implement it the way that Notebook LM likes to receive information. So that's what these specialty templates are for. You have them for all of the agents, which you can use, and I'm always updating this. So you will have hundreds and maybe someday thousands. I don't want to overwhelm you. I just want to put the best prompts that might just kind of trigger a thought like, oh yeah, you know what? I'm going to actually create a 30-day content plan, or I want to plan a program launch. So these are just pre-made that you can hit play and it will take you right to that marketing strategist, whatever the agent is. You can also copy it and then directly paste it in. So that's the prompt vault. The next part in the workspace is your saved library. So if you want to save anything that your agents create, say it's an email sequence or email campaign, Instagram post, you can create your folder, name it Instagram post, create, and then you can actually add the documents or whatever it is that you want to save. So you'll add a document. Let's just say you make a reel. You can hit create, and then you'll actually paste it into here from your outputs from your agents. So this is where you store all of your content so you can keep it nice and organized. Think of this as like your Google folder, your Google Drive, where you can keep all of your saved stuff all in one spot. The context vault. So the context vault is where you can add files, whether it's client notes or anything that you want your AI or all of your agents to know. This is where all the context lives, and it feeds to all the different agents that you're talking to. You can also upload things from your Google Drive. So if you want to upload any documents from your Google Drive, you can do that. So this is a great way to add context above and beyond your business DNA so that you can feed context to your workflow and make your agents smarter and know you better for better output. So that's a really cool feature that ChatGPT doesn't have. ChatGPT doesn't have the saved library. I'd wanted to make it very specific to fitness professionals. I've also trained it on how to respond to fitness professionals, as well as the AI Fit Pro philosophy, creating the boundaries, making sure that it's reflective and the outputs are really good. Moving on to the memory bank. So the memory bank, you will be able to save, or actually it will automatically save. I used to have it where you had to save it, but now it will automatically save what it thinks is important context that it's gonna add automatically to the memory bank. So it's already added something. You can delete it if you want to, but I just wanted to create an auto save so that you don't have to always save everything. But the memory bank is when the agents feel like this is an important thing to keep saved, to feed, like almost like notes that you would want to hand on to your employees to say this is a key memory, this is something that's very important. So that will auto save. You don't have to do anything. This is just if you want to look at it. Business DNA is what you upload in the beginning. So I actually uploaded it using the copy and paste mode. Like I said, there's the other way where you can just fill it out. So you'd fill out, so you'll recognize that it's the same exact questions. So you would answer it all the way through, and then it generates a summary, or you can do your copy and paste. Either one is fine. It's the same thing. So if you've already created your business DNA, don't redo it, just paste it in. Weekly reflection. This is something that is has been super helpful for me, and I wanted to create a cadence for you guys to get into the habit of reflecting on your week for accountability. So this is like your accountability AI, where every week you can start a guided session, or you can just answer the questions. These are the questions that the guided session is going to ask you, and it will ask you question by question and start to deep dive into your biggest wins, what challenged you the most, and really summarize what went well. And you're just having a weekly reflection with your accountability partner. And the cool part is that it remembers it. So if you do a reflection session on Monday, the following Monday, it will actually bring up and summarize what you talked about previously to check in and hold you accountable for what the tasks were that they set forth for that you guys decided that you were going to work on. So if the goal was to, I'm going to spend 10 to 15 minutes per day doing DMs on Instagram, it will check in and say, hey, did you do your daily 10 to 15 minutes on Instagram? So it's a great way to have an accountability partner. You just have to make sure you schedule it and do it every week. And that is the weekly reflection. Settings is just you can upgrade to pro. So you have 25 free messages, meaning you can message the AI. That counts as one. So you get 25 to play around with, and then it's only $29 a month, and you have 750 messages, which is plenty of messages, and all of the other perks that come with it. So $29 a month. ChatGPT is $20 a month. So for $9 extra, you have all of these personalized features, which I think is very worth it. So play around for sure before you decide if you want to upgrade. All right, we're going to get into the agents. So it actually will prompt you to start with your thinking partner because I've already signed in. So you can see the clarity session right here. It's going to prompt you to do a clarity session. So using the clarity prompts that we did in part one of the course, it's going to walk you through what your constraints are, what your offer is, clarifying your ideal client, and then your messaging. So it will prompt you to do that. If you want to copy all of your answers from your clarity prompts that you did in the course, you can do that as context, and then you don't have to go through this. But it might be a good practice because it might give you different reflections or answers than ChatGPT did, because this one's very specifically trained on fitness and how we work. So it might be a good tool to use and just practice with. You can delete a chat, you can rename a chat, and then you can start a new chat and ask it anything that you want. So same rules apply. Thinking partner is for reflection. If you say something to the thinking partner that is better fit with another agent, it will actually send you to the agent. So watch this. Can you create a social media calendar for me? It will recommend that it sends me to I think it's going to ask me. It still wants me to clarify the niche. So I love it. It's programmed exactly how it's supposed to before you move on. But asking a question like that, it wants clarification. So it's doing the right thing. Once you do the clarification and get all the information it needs. Oh, actually it did. If you prefer, I can also hand this over to the content creator to turn into a fully written example. After we set the structure. So then you'd hit the content creator and it would send it. It's a handoff conversation. It sends it right to the content creator. So think about these agents as your employees, and each employee has a very specific task that they can stay focused on. It helps you stay organized with all of your stuff. But the best part is they all communicate with each other. So they all share information, but they stay very specific, and they're experts. They're the 1% experts on what they've been trained for. So You've got all these employees working for you to keep you organized. You've got the copywriter, the program designer, client communication, marketing strategy, and then the deep research. It's really an awesome platform. And I'm being biased, yes, because I created it. But as you know, going through the course, it's very complex and overwhelming. And to have a platform that you can have everything organized, that knows your business, that thinks and speaks like you do is very beneficial. And if you're going to do the paid version of ChatGPT anyways, you might as well do this for $9 extra a month. And I'm here for support as well if you have any questions. So that is the platform that I won't go into each one because you already know the agents and what they do, but definitely after this video, play around with it. It's aifitprolab.com. I'll also put it in the notes, but it is a free platform. You don't have to put your credit card information. So definitely at least give it a shot. Give me some feedback. I'd love to hear from you guys of what you like, what you don't like, and let's move on.